This is the studio update, and I wanted to have Miriam on this week to talk about the Secret Santa that we are going to be doing on the Discord group. So, Miriam?
Yes.
Tell us about the Secret Santa, the rules. Some people haven't read through it all, so it's easier to watch it on a video and understand what the Secret Santa exchange is all about.
The rules are very simple, really. Just find 3 photos that are a good reference. And I think like what a good portrait reference is when there's good light and the face is really visible. So I don't know if I'm missing anything else.
No.
Okay.
I think that's good. Also, there are people like myself who I don't like my face. I don't, it's painful to even make these videos and see, my faces. And some people don't want their own portrait painted, but they have their loved ones or people, their kids or whatever, that they can submit those pictures as their 3 photos. Am I right? It's open to submit any images that you want.
Totally. It can be anyone. I guess just make sure you have the permission to, share these photos and choose anyone you want, really. I shared a link on Discord, and there's a form. You just submit your email, your name, last name, the 3 photos, and you're good to go. Really, that's the whole idea behind it. And then I think the deadline, I'm not sure, I think it was November 30th, which is a Monday. So make sure to submit your photos by then. And we will do a match, and you'll receive an email with 3 inspiration photos of your muse, and just choose whichever photo you like and do a portrait. And really it's just all about having fun, having good laughs. There's no pressure to come out with like the
exactly.
Yeah.
People asked if they would be receiving these portraits. If we're going to exchange it virtually.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
And then if someone wants the portrait that was painted, that could be shipped to them, or, is that what we're thinking?
Totally. I mean, if you guys just find a portrait that you really love and you really want, there's the private messaging in Discord. Just reach out to them, and I'm sure you can arrange something.
Okay. Well, before we get off this call, I wanted you to just give a little bit about yourself and your background and your work.
I've been an engineer most of my life, and I moved to Silicon Valley, the Bay Area, to make a career, like a really good career, and I was pretty successful. And then at some point on the side, I always just enjoyed doing portraits, and I found like some very interesting artists in the Bay Area, and took a couple of classes with them, or went to the studio, drew with them, and just had so much fun that I ended up waking up very early in the morning to draw, and then I would take up all my free time that I had, like lunch, to do portraits. And in the end, I was just so passionate about it that I decided I'll take a year off my work, and I thought that a year would get me the skills to be a professional portrait artist, but apparently it's really tough. I went to school of mathematics, and I would say that being an artist might be even more difficult. So
I think it is.
Yeah.
I think being an artist, making it, and what I mean by making it is being a professional working artist, which is making enough money to provide for yourself.
Totally.
It's got to be one of the hardest jobs out there. It really is. It's hard to get like a stable income, and sometimes you'll have, like this season right now, you're usually flooded with work, and then in January and February it's slower, and it starts picking up in the spring. That's kind of the rhythm that I've always noticed for myself, but it's hard to get the stable income.
Yeah.
So what I thought was interesting is that I think a lot of the people in the Discord group are familiar with your work and your watercolors, but you have not been doing watercolor very long.
Not at all. And actually, like when COVID hit, or maybe even a little bit before, I really got into like doing these portraits, and somehow like I found your work and I found it really beautiful. And you know, we had that conversation on a call, on the phone for like an hour, and you were really encouraging. You know, you told me all the things that I can do, and it gave me really good vibes to continue. And now I'm just not only like studying, but also trying to pursue it professionally. So
yeah.
Oh
yeah. And you can do it. I mean, I have no doubt about that at all. But yeah, I met Miriam through a mentoring call, and then I was just blown away with your talent. And then now seeing your watercolors, I mean, you just picked up watercolor like you've been doing it for years. And these were like your very first watercolors. So I was just blown away.
That's awesome. I mean, yeah, you were really encouraging, and just like even being part of the Discord group, like it's just so cool. Like I see so much really awesome work during challenges. Sometimes I'll reach out to people separately, asking them for tips, or even like connect with them outside of Instagram. I mean, outside of Discord, like for example, on Instagram, you know, and build these really cool connections. It's a really fun community.
Yeah, and that's what I've noticed too, because I'd say one of the biggest struggles with being an artist is isolation and loneliness. Whenever you're in art school, or if you know you're taking classes in a workshop or whatever, you can kind of feed off the energy of the group, and you get encouragement and all these things, and then you go off to your studio and you're alone, you know, in this void. And that's the thing that I've noticed. That's kind of the best thing about the Discord group, is that we share our struggles. You know, if someone's having trouble with a painting, you could throw it out there, and there's always good feedback and just positive support. And also, you know, just sharing that it's hard. You know, it's really hard to kind of forge through some of these paintings, and some clients are very hard to work with. And, you know, I think that's kind of the biggest surprise that I've had with forming the Discord group and the Patreon. You know, when I started Patreon, I thought, well, I'll just make videos and just kind of record time-lapse videos. Like that was really, and maybe I'll have like the monthly Q&A. I think that was all I thought that it would be. And then it just sort of grew into this wonderful community. And it's and specifically for watercolors and watercolors that are wanting to do things that are outside of the box and all that.
Yeah, so. I mean, I love your Patreon, honestly. Like, I love, first of all, watching your watercolors, and your approach and technique is very unique. I don't see anyone else out there going out and doing this fresco, you know? And then also just the fact that you also share, you answer all these questions. I always message you, and I'm like, you know, if it's too private, or like this artist secret you don't want to share with us, don't do it. But it's my question. You always, you know, answer them. And it's great. Yeah.
I love to encourage other artists. I mean, it gives me such a rush to see the growth, and to see the growth in other artists, to see them, you know, flourish with their work. And if I was in any way a part of helping them flourish, I mean, it just gives me this huge rush. And so especially like whenever we share our challenges and I get to share them on the stories, I mean, it's just like, oh my gosh, look at this group of artists. They're so incredible. It's amazing.
Yeah.
So thank you so much, Miriam. Thank you for putting the Santa Exchange together for us. And, you know, you guys know I'm not really very good with the technology, and Miriam is excellent with that. And she was able to put this, I guess it's just in Google, but you're able to put this whole entry form together and all that to submit these images. And so I know it's taking a lot of extra time to do that, and we really appreciate it. And I'm excited. I hope that you guys will join.
Yeah. I can't wait to see it. I can't wait to see all the portraits. It's going to be really cool, you know?
I know. I'm looking forward to it too. Yeah. Okay. Well, you take care, Miriam. You have a good weekend.
Thank you. Talk soon.
Bye.
Bye.